So I today decided to talk about one other reading that I do, and that is how I get answers through art. I draw myself and I also read what other people draw. It's just how intuitively I'm gifted and I read the art. So today I'm going to show you this art which I just randomly picked from the internet, and I'm going to discuss this art and what answer it gives me just looking at it. So, this is still an art which has some form or some shape to it. Lot of times it's just a splatter of color, and that also can give you the answer to the question you are seeking, the answer you are seeking to the question. So, now let us look at this simple art. And let us say we want to guess the age of a person, and I should guess, or I should tell, not guess, sorry, I should gauge the age of a person from looking at this artwork. Who? See, in tarot reading, be prepared for pretty much any question that comes your way. The easiest is that I take a tarot card out and then gauge an answer. And if you've been watching all my shorts videos where I put the answers to all the predictions on news events and reports, you will know how accurate I am with my predictions. So let us say you get this artwork, and I should now gauge the age of a person, not of the person in the art, but just the person has asked me the question, what is how old is this person, XYZ, and this is the artwork I should work with to find an answer. So, if you look at the artwork, there is a face, but it has no eyes, nose, mouth, nothing. It just has a face which has no. It's just a clear face, right? And then you see a lot of clouds on the head, and there are a lot of clouds around the collar. When I look at this guidance, the clouds on the head suggest almost as if this person could be wearing a headgear. There are few people who wear headgear in tarot, and one of those people who wears a headgear, a simple headgear, are the pages, the page of cups, page of swords, page of wands, and so forth, page of pentacles. All page wear a headgear. So, when I look at this artwork, and because of its headgear, I gauge this as a page, that this is a page card. Now, the face does not have anything on it, so it is an unrecognizable face, and maybe it is a face in hundreds of people who are dressed in the same way, or it is a person who's of not a much title or authority or prominence. Therefore, I'm not able to, there is no face, and therefore this person is not so important. So this is how I understand the second part of the artwork, that this is not someone important. Also, because there is no face to it. Now, because I have gauged this as a page, see, headgear does not look like a crown. It does not look like a king's crown or a queen's crown or a knight's crown. There is no animal around or any vehicle around for me to gauge this as a knight. So, the most right interpretation is that this is a page and someone inconsequential or someone who's not so important in his or her role. So, now comes the important question: what page is it? Is it a page of swords? Is this person a page of wands? Is it a page of cups? Or is it a page of pentacles? If you look closely at this artwork, you will notice there is a rain showing up in the artwork, and it makes your job very easy to understand that this is a page of cups. But you see, the rain is falling on his face, on his or her face. We can't tell for sure if it is a man or a woman, but this is definitely a page and who's in an inconsequential role or is in one of the minions, oh sorry, one in the millions who are hired in a certain job position, or not, just a regular person but in a government or a secure job. So the question is, how old is this person? Now, when I see the rain, it confirms me that this is a page of cups. But if you look at the page of cups imagery, the page is holding the cup and it is filled with water and there is a fish coming out. In this case, the page is not holding any cup. Instead, the water is falling all over this page. So, this is not a page of cups straight up. This is a page of cups in the reverse. So, when someone says how old is this person, just because there are clouds that I see over his head and around him or her, and I see the cup is not there but the water is fallen over this person, it's telling me it's someone who's not good at their work or who's very dreamy about their work or has a lot of illusions about their work. And because the water is falling on the face, a certain realization is starting to set up or set in about how the work is, and the dream and illusions will go away slowly. So, with this page of cups in the reverse, the age is somewhere after college. Someone who's maybe early 20s, maybe even 19. So I give it a go at 19, 20, 21, fairly early 20s, or maybe even 22. So this is the age bracket I would give to this person. The reason is this perceive page always is holding a very secure or a good job or which has a very steady stream of income. When the page of cups is in the reverse, it's just saying that they're starting to realize the job is not a dreamy walk or it's not how they thought it to be, which is what happens every time. How we read things to be or understand things to be, when we experience them in reality, we understand the reality check is will settle the gap between how we imagined a certain thing and how in reality it is. So for him or her, for this page, that gap is getting crunched, and he or she is starting to understand what this really the job is, or the position is, or this situation is. So this person is fairly young, fairly young. So I would give this an age of anything between early 20s. So this is how you guess the, this is how intuitively I read artwork. And should you want to ask me a question and draw and send me something, I will read your artwork and give you an answer. Also, for the same artwork, if someone had asked me, is it a yes or a no? The answer would be a no. Because the page of cups has dropped the cup and the water has fallen over his or her head, which means they'll do a messy job of whatever is at hand. Nothing to feel bad about. Pages are very young, they're learning. So whether it's in relationship, it's in love, it's cooking, it's just dressing up, it's showing up anywhere, they're learning. So you have to, they should be kind on themselves. So I just thought of doing this reading on how I read art to get an answer.